Tesla has seemingly turned against its own leader, Elon Musk, and his political ally, Donald Trump. I'll break down exactly how Tesla has defied its CEO in just a moment. But first, let's talk about the latest developments surrounding the company, and they're far from good. Once a status symbol that everyone wanted to own, Tesla has now become a flashpoint for everything wrong with our current administration. For some, it has even become a target for destructive protests. I can understand why many civil protests against Musk are happening. His reckless and racially charged behavior has fueled legitimate criticism. However, the attacks on Tesla as a brand feel deeply unsettling. Not long ago, liberals were lining up to buy these cars as a statement of progressive ideals, and now we're seeing dealerships and employees, many of whom likely share those same values, caught in the crossfire. Before we move forward, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel for more updates. We post a video every single day, and your likes and shares keep us motivated to keep going. Coming back, Wall Street's got its magnifying glass on Tesla right now. And let's just say, the picture isn't pretty. The stock's been on a roller coaster, mostly the downhill kind, thanks to a cocktail of trade tensions, political drama, and some eyebrow-raising decisions from Elon Musk. First off, Tesla's been caught in the crossfire of a trade war that's making investors sweat bullets. They even sent a letter to President Trump, waving red flags about how these tariffs could boomerang back and smack them where it hurts. The letter wasn't signed, but it was on Tesla letterhead, so you do the math. They're basically saying, hey, these import duties are like playing with fire and we might get burned. But wait, there's more. Musk's bromance with Trump isn't exactly winning hearts and minds. His role in the Department of Government Efficiency has folks wondering if he's too cozy with the political elite. This alliance has sparked protests and even some Tesla owners jumping ship, not wanting to be seen as riding shotgun with Trump's policies. Sheryl Crow, for instance, auctioned off her Tesla, donating the proceeds to NPR in response to the administration's funding cuts. And let's talk numbers. Tesla's stock has taken a nosedive, erasing the so-called Trump bump. In Germany, sales plummeted by nearly 60% last month, and the stock's down about 15%, hitting its lowest point since October 2024. So, what's Tesla's play here? They could slash prices to stay competitive, but that'd mean thinner profit margins, a tough pill to swallow. Diversifying their supply chain is another move, but that's a long game, not a quick fix. And while Musk's ties to Trump might open some doors in Washington, it's closing others in the global market, making diplomacy a tightrope walk. Bottom line, Tesla's navigating a minefield of economic and political challenges. How they maneuver through this could redefine their future, for better or worse. The irony is impossible to ignore. This unexpected twist doesn't just undermine Trump's claim that tariffs protect American businesses, it also delivers a blow to Musk's alignment with Trump in a way that no one else could have. Musk's decision to tie himself to Trump is backfiring, and the damage to Tesla is becoming a perfect example of the unintended consequences of their political partnership. Now let's talk about Tesla's sales in China and what they indicate about its stock price in the near future. In China, we've seen a strong rebound in Model Y sales over the past 2 weeks. However, the overall numbers took a hit due to weaker Model 3 sales. If Model 3 had performed as well as the previous week, we likely would have seen around 15,000 insured vehicles. But the key takeaway here is that Model Y was the main driver behind the earlier decline, and now it's leading the recovery. Looking at the data, there were 4 consecutive weeks of weak Model Y sales, followed by a significant rebound. While Chinese New Year certainly played a role in fluctuating numbers, the pattern is clear. As Model Y ramps up, sales will continue to rise. When we examine competitors in China, it's notable that last week, XPeng and possibly Li Auto were the only brands that increased sales week over week. Meanwhile, major players like BYD, Xiaomi, Audi, Mercedes, BMW, and Nio all saw declines. Shifting to Europe, data from key markets including the UK, Norway, Netherlands, Sweden, Denmark, Italy, Spain, Switzerland, Czech Republic, and Iceland shows potential early signs of a Tesla rebound. Weekly sales in these countries jumped from 300 to 3,100. With Model Y deliveries just beginning in many of these regions, this could be the start of a larger recovery. That said, year-to-date sales are still down 24.4% compared to last year. However, some regions are showing strong acceleration. Spain in particular is picking up, and the UK remains Tesla's biggest European market. In the UK, the new Model Y will only start deliveries in April, so it's unclear how the market will hold up in the coming weeks. It will depend on whether there's enough existing inventory to sustain momentum. These 10 countries make up about 60% of Tesla's European sales, but major markets like France and Germany remain under pressure. Once we get the full March numbers in April, we'll better understand the Model Y's impact. The Tesla Model Y has been the best-selling EV for the past 2 years, but it's also more expensive than competing models in China. So imagine what happens when Tesla introduces a much cheaper version for that market and potentially others. According to reports, Tesla is preparing to launch an affordable variant of the Model Y in China. This move is part of its strategy to regain lost ground in the Chinese EV market. The new model, codenamed E41, will be produced at Tesla's Shanghai Gigafactory, with mass production expected to begin in 2026. However, this timeline is unusual. We've been expecting more affordable Tesla models by mid-2025, so the introduction of another cheaper Model Y in 2026 raises questions. The report states that this new Model Y will be smaller and at least 20% cheaper to manufacture than the refreshed version released in 2023. But that's odd because the refresh just debuted recently, not in 2023. Currently, the standard Model Y, a midsize SUV crossover, starts at $36,351. While this aligns with Tesla's previous promise to introduce lower-cost models in early 2025, there are still no details on the actual price reduction for this version. This cheaper Model Y will primarily target the Chinese market, but it's also expected to be produced for Europe and North America. However, there's no confirmed production timeline for those regions yet. Despite being China's best-selling car in 2023 and 2024, the Model Y faces increasing competition from domestic brands, which have introduced at least 6 rival models in the past year. That said, I'm skeptical about this report. If Tesla plans to launch a more affordable model by mid-2025, we should already be seeing leaks. Typically, refreshed models like the updated Model 3 and Model Y surfaced in leaks well before their official announcements. Unless Tesla has an underground testing facility keeping this completely hidden, it's strange that there's been no sign of it yet. Of course, Tesla stripping down the Model 3 and Model Y to create a more affordable version eventually makes perfect sense. But for now, the timeline remains unclear. Looking at Tesla's performance this week, we might be seeing the formation of a bullish red hammer on the weekly chart, which could signal a potential reversal. The week started poorly, especially when Tesla's stock dipped below $220, which didn't look great. However, as we already discussed, there was a gap that needed to be filled, and Tesla did exactly that before climbing back up. Now, with gaps filled, we could be seeing a reversal in both the stock price and overall sentiment. With Model Y production ramping up, the bearish thesis may be weakening or even breaking down entirely. Of course, political factors are affecting the brand and sales to some degree, but a bigger factor is likely the refresh of Tesla's best-selling vehicle. That's all for now. If you enjoy these updates, leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.